We live in a world obsessed with perfection. From social media filters to the pressure of always getting it right, there's an unspoken rule. Mistakes mean failure. But what if we told you that the cracks in your story, the regrets, the flaws, the broken relationships, aren't your downfall, but your doorway to transformation? What if your imperfections weren't something to fix, but something to embrace? This is the very message echoed through the centuries by one of the world's greatest mystic poets, Jalal ad-Din Rumi. His words, filled with grace and compassion, offer us a radically different view. That forgiveness begins not by judging the wound, but by understanding it. And today, we're going to explore exactly how Rumi's view of life's imperfections helps us rediscover the healing power of forgiveness, for ourselves and for others. Before we begin, welcome to the Unfolding Journey, your space for spiritual growth, soulful reflection, and awakening through timeless wisdom. If you're seeking truth beyond the surface, this channel is for you. We explore deep themes, from mysticism to mindfulness, imperfection to inner peace. So, make yourself at home here, and if this resonates with your soul, hit that subscribe button and become part of this evolving journey. Now, let's step into Rumi's world, a place where even your broken pieces are sacred, / Rumi believed that imperfections are not accidents, but essential to the process of awakening. In his poetry, he returns often to the idea that love and divine mercy do not require perfection. In fact, they thrive in its absence. One of his most beloved verses says, "Try not to resist the changes that come your way. Instead, let life live through you." This simple line reminds us that mistakes, ours or others, are part of life's ever-evolving design. They are not detours, but part of the map. The lesson? Resistance creates suffering, acceptance opens the door to peace. Forgiveness, in most modern conversations, is seen as a moral decision. Rumi, however, saw forgiveness as a spiritual necessity, a divine energy that frees both the forgiver and the forgiven. He wrote, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." This iconic line carries immense depth. When we are hurt, our first instinct is to close off, to build walls, to protect ourselves. But Rumi tells us that these wounds are not only entry points for pain, but also for light, for divine understanding, for humility, for growth. Forgiveness is not a passive act. It is active surrender. It is choosing to open the wound again, not to bleed, but to let light in. Often, the hardest person to forgive is the one staring back at us in the mirror. Whether it's a wrong choice, a missed opportunity, or a broken promise, we tend to carry the weight of guilt for far too long. Rumi's work is filled with gentle reminders that the soul is not meant to be imprisoned by shame. He says, "Don't get lost in your pain. Know that one day your pain will become your cure." Here, Rumi invites us to stop defining ourselves by our past errors. Mistakes, he implies, are teachers. Pain is not the end. It is the fire that forges wisdom. When we learn from the pain, it transforms into medicine. To forgive yourself, then, is to allow the healing process to begin. It is not condoning the action. It is acknowledging that you are more than that action. You are more than your worst moment. One of the most beautiful ideas in Rumi's poetry is that other people are mirrors of our inner world. When someone hurts us or betrays us, our natural tendency is to recoil, to judge, or to retaliate. But Rumi offers this. Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. In other words, when we are wronged, our focus should shift from blaming the other to asking, what in me is being revealed by this pain? What inner wound is this conflict pointing toward? Forgiveness becomes a process of reflection, not of denying the wrong, but of asking how this moment can bring deeper awareness, deeper compassion. Rumi's universe is one of divine mercy. He sees the Creator not as a punisher, but as an all-encompassing ocean of compassion. And he urges us to reflect that divine mercy in our own hearts. In one poem, Rumi writes, "Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshipper, lover of leaving. It doesn't matter. Ours is not a caravan of despair. This invitation is to all, the lost, the broken, the imperfect. There are no exclusions in Rumi's world. And that's what makes his message so radically compassionate. If the divine accepts all, who are we to withhold forgiveness from ourselves or others? If forgiveness is so freeing, why is it so difficult? Because forgiveness isn't forgetting. It's remembering differently. It's choosing to hold the memory with softness rather than bitterness. It's trusting that even if justice never arrives, peace can. Rumi understood this paradox. He acknowledged human pain, betrayal, loss. but still returned again and again to the power of the heart to overcome it. He said, "Be like a tree and let the dead leaves drop." We hold on to old grievances like dry leaves. But what does a tree do when autumn comes? It lets go. And in doing so, it prepares itself for spring. Forgiveness is our spiritual spring. At the heart of Rumi's teachings is a love for imperfection itself. He sees the cracks in the human spirit not as weaknesses, but as pathways to the divine. Another beloved line of his, "Don't you know yet? It is your light that lights the worlds. Even in your brokenness, your light still shines. You are not disqualified from love or growth because of your mistakes. You are more qualified because you've seen darkness and still choose light." So how do we bring Rumi's wisdom into our modern, messy, imperfect lives? Pause before judging. When someone wrongs you, pause. Ask what this teaches you about yourself. Could there be a deeper wound surfacing? Practice self-compassion. Next time you make a mistake, speak to yourself as Rumi would. Would he condemn you, or would he say, "Come, whoever you are"? Reflect before reacting. Turn to Rumi's poetry in moments of anger. Let it soothe the fire and offer a wider lens. Let go of old stories. Forgiveness is a story we choose to stop telling ourselves. Rumi reminds us to let the dead leaves drop. Make space for new growth. In Rumi's universe, forgiveness is not a transaction. It is a transformation. It's not a favor we grant others. It's a gift we give ourselves. When we hold on to anger, guilt, or shame, we're not punishing the person who hurt us or atoning for our past. We're simply delaying our own healing. Forgiveness, as Rumi teaches, is the alchemy that turns pain into wisdom, wounds into light, and imperfection into divine beauty. He invites us to live from the heart, to love without conditions, and to forgive with the knowledge that everything in life, every mistake, every fall, every broken piece belongs. And not just belongs, but is essential. Rumi's life itself was a testament to this. After losing his closest companion, Shams of Tabriz, he descended into despair, only to emerge with poetry that has healed millions for centuries. He learned firsthand that loss and imperfection aren't the end of the story. They're often the beginning of something deeper. So the next time you find yourself struggling to forgive, yourself or someone else, remember Rumi's words. Don't grieve. Anything you lose comes round in another form. You have not lost. You are being transformed. Let's end this exploration with a brief reflection inspired by Rumi's tone and teachings. Close your eyes. Take a breath. Whatever burden you carry, whatever mistake weighs on your heart, allow it to soften. Imagine your soul, not as broken, but as unfolding, beautifully, slowly, wisely. You are not your past. You are not your pain. You are the sky that holds it all. The light will find you, not in spite of your imperfections, but because of them. If this message resonated with you, if Rumi's words touched something deep within your heart, then please. Folded Hands subscribe to The Unfolding Journey, where we explore timeless wisdom to help you awaken, heal, and grow. Orange heart like this video, share it with someone who may need to hear this, and leave a comment below. What is one thing you're ready to forgive today? We read every comment, and this community thrives because of your insights and energy. Envelope with arrow, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a journey into the soul. Thank you for walking this path with us. Until next time, stay open, stay kind, and may your imperfections become your greatest teachers.